Hey YouTube, Kingswood Vape. With a review today of the UD Technologies Bellus, our dual coil RTA with a complete new airflow design and top filling. I've got it here on my Snow Wolf. I called it single coil. It's a 0.9 ohms, so almost 1 ohm. And I'm using it on 25 watts, so that would be around 4.9 volts. Yeah, we will go into details and I will finish up with my pros and cons on this one. See you. Well, here we are in close-up with the Bellus from UD Technologies. It came in this nice box. On the back side of the box you can see how you can assemble it, how to refill it. Nothing there. Not to use when you're pregnant, not to use when you're under 18 years old. Okay, so yes, that's the box. What's inside the box is more interesting for me and maybe for you as well. So let's open this. There's this goodie bag with some spares, some O-rings, and a single coil adapter. We're going to use that as well, so I'm going to get that out. Come on. There it is. So a single coil adapter to put it in place where normally the second coil would go. That's what we're going to use. Inside you even got a spare glass tank, and really I have to say the finish on every stuff I get from UD Technology lately is everything is very nice machine. No sharp edges on there. They even put in some organic cotton from UD Technologies, so you got everything you want. You need to coil it. Everything is there. Also in the small bag there are some coils in there. I don't know what kind of wire that is. Normally I would take my own wire, so I will do that as well now. Take my own wire. I'm going to use some V4A, some 3/16 stainless steel to make a coil on this one. We're going to do a single coil. So that was a mod. So let's get this aside. Well, here we are, the Bellus. Let me get you a little bit closer so you can see the Bellus. Come on. Well, there we are. The Bellus, you can see on here. It's written there, Bellus, and you got the airflow control. It's this ring. You can adjust it to adjust the airflow. We will get into close. There we are. So let me put it together first. There we go. So you got this airflow control, this ring. There is this dot here, and when the circle meets the dot, it means that it's completely open. So the airflow is completely open now, and through here maybe you can see the gap in there. You got the 16 holes, whatever there, to let the air through to the chamber, and you got that on both sides. Now if I'm turning this ring, you can see that oh, where are we? There we go. You will close off these small air holes here. Oh, back open again. And when the circle meets the dot, that means it's fully open. It comes with a lately standard drip tip with a vortex, with the cutouts inside. Not only there that there are these curls inside, but also in how we call it, the chimney in here. They got those curls there. You can see a little bit of it, and I'm holding it into the light, but we will see that. So the drip tip comes with a lately standard O-ring. It's a wide O-ring so it sits very tight. It's perfect. So let's go and disassemble it. Take off the fill cap, turn this off. There you can see two big holes. You can put your juice bottle in there and fill it up. These ones are closed by this big O-ring inside here, so this will close off your tank. So that's the second part. Next we will take off the tank, the glass tank. No, we start here. The bottom ring at the 510 connector, you can take that off, and if you do that you can take out the building deck. There we are, that's the building deck. That's two-post design. That's gonna go in here. It has some slots, as you can see here, and your RTA deck will snap into that, so it will not turn. It always has the same position. Yes, so that's the rebuildable deck. The airflow control, the ring you can take off. Yes. And here you got the new airflow design. It's not from the bottom through the rebuildable deck. There is a hole in there, but it's not through and through, but the air is coming from the side. So if you put it back together, you make sure that the coil lines up exactly in front of this air hole. As you can see, I didn't measure the opening there, but as you can see, there are so many holes in this ring and only a tiny opening. Not tiny, I think it's 1.5 millimeters by 5. So for me it's enough, but I can imagine if you are doing sub ohms, you want more air, you want that hole there a little bit bigger, but for me it's enough. Let's disassemble it even more. You can take the top cap with the chimney off and just take the tank apart. So we were talking about the curling in here. You can see it. It will make a vortex, and they say it's even better for the taste that is coming out. So completely disassembled. We'll get you back into focus. So you got a few parts here. Let's line them up as they should. Airflow control, top cap, rebuildable deck. Now the rebuildable deck, yeah, two-post design. You can do a dual coil on this, but with the adapter. You can see the plug here. There was this hole that we were talking about. You put it in there like that, and it will close off two liquid channels, and you only build on one side of the deck. Yes, you see the liquid channels here. Let me get something. And there's also this this edge here. Let me get a little bit closer. There we go. So you got this edge here, and then the liquid channel itself. What I do is I put some cotton on top of this edge here, and try some cotton also down into the liquid channel, because when you are refilling it through the top, you need to close off your airflow control. But most of the time some liquid still is coming into the chamber, and it will leak through these holes on the airflow control ring. That's my con on this one. You have to put in a lot of cotton into these channels to make sure that no liquid is coming up here when you are refilling your tank. And you know, liquid, the wicking Less cotton is better for the wicking, but when you're refilling this one, it will float. So you have some liquid in this channel and it will come through the air holes on this tank. But as you can see, the chamber that you have on this one is really tiny. Yeah, so inside here, the space you have inside is very tiny. So this one has a very nice chamber for flavors. It's unbelievable good. That is something I really like about this RTA. The flavor on this one is perfect. It's bang on, as someone would say it. But it's good. It's really nice. Yes. Very small chamber. And the design of this is completely new for a rebuildable tank atomizer. Really nice. It's not all straight inside here. You have a little dome effect inside here, so it will help to flow, let the vapor go right into the chimney. Very nice and beautiful design. I like this. But okay, we will put a build on this one. I've decided to use some 316 stainless steel wire V4A. I did put it on 2.5 millimeters, 8 turns, and we're gonna put that into our base. Let's get you back into focus. Okay, so when you're doing single coil, make sure that you are not on the side where the hole is, but just on the other side, because here you're gonna put the adapter for the single coil option. So let's go. Also, the holes in the posts are on even height. There's no difference in height for putting on the wire. Sometimes it's a little bit tough to get the coil at the right spot, but if you are used to doing coils a lot, then you know what to do. Okay, to line up the coil with the air hole in the chamber, I will show you what you need to do. Let me first put the coil into place. That's one. That's two. Let's straighten that out a little bit. Well, there we go. Coil is in place. You make sure that your coil, I will cut this excess wires off one moment. Let me get that into close up. There we go. So I've lined the top of my coil. I've lined that up with the top of my holes in the post. And now if I put on the chamber, you should see the coil. There you go. Straight in front of the air hole. It's even a little bit too high. I have to go down a little bit because I want to have the air on top of the coil. Just align that correctly. Check it again. If we can see the coil. Line it up. There we are. even too high. I have to go a little bit further down. Check it again. Well, that's it. See that? It's just over the coil. That's it. So this is the perfect line up. Let's straighten that coil out. I'm gonna check the resistance on this one to see where we came out with the resistance. .5 ohm. Perfect. Perfect. It's good to use on the box. It's good to use on a mechanical device, so you don't need to worry about anything. So let's put it on a mod just to make the coil nice and tight. A little bit too much. Go down in wattage. Heat up the coil. Where are my tweezers? Oh no. Where are my tweezers? Ah, here they are. Looks good to me. Yep, nice. Cool her down a little bit. Take her off, and then the wicking. The wicking of the Bellus. Have to put the right amount of cotton into the liquid channels so you don't have a lot of flooding going on when you're doing the refill. Now I will take some Japanese cotton, get me a strip, and as I normally do, I will take off the top layers of this cotton because it's pressed. There we go. Nice drying of cotton. Give it a twist. See if it's small enough. There's my little helper here. Let's get the cotton through there. Good. Now we're gonna cut the cotton so it will fit into the liquid channels. There you go. See that I'm just putting extra cotton down there because I don't want the flooding. It's too much. So this is the amount of cotton that I'm using to put in the liquid channels. Let's take some juice. Where is my favorite juice? Now putting the cotton into the liquid channels. Not completely to the bottom. Now, as you can see, that was a little bit too much, so I'm going to cut that a little bit. Take that little piece off. There we go. This side as well. That's it. I'm going to put on the chamber. The airflow control ring. Put a little bit of juice there because I've washed it and it's completely dry. No worries, that's zero nicotine, so I can touch that as I want. So now close it off, take the ring to fix the RTA section onto the base, put on the tank. I just forgot. You see this piece? It's a single coil. When I would refill it now, it will completely flood. So take it off again. Put the adapter in place. There we go. Yep. Throw it around. It's the best thing you can do with new RTAs. So put it back together. There we go. Take the tank. Together with the chimney. There we go. Now close off the air holes by just take that part, ring away from the dot. Yes, now it's completely closed off. Now I can refill. Let's put in some juice there. Cap on, drip tip in place, and now let's see, when I open up the air holes, we have some leakage. No leakage. That means that my my cotton is enough that I've put into the liquids channels. Now let's vapor. Let's see how she vapes, and if the liquid flow is even enough. Let's put her on 20 watts. That's 3.6 volts. I don't see any air bubbles. That's vapor. Still no air bubbles. Oh, there they come. See them? So the wicking is working. Just having it on 20 watts. I'm gonna crank her up. See if she can hold on with the wicking. I think it's too much cotton, because the taste is changing. There's not enough liquid coming, and that's one of the pros on this one. You can change that without refilling the tank again. So I'm going to take off this ring, take out the RBA section. As you can see, there's a lot of cotton into these channels. So I'm gonna make that less. Cut off some cotton there. So that's on one side. Let's take the others. Less cotton. And that's really nice of this RTA. You can take out the RBA deck. You don't have to empty your tank. Just to okay, that's less cotton. Let's put it back in. Line her up. Bring it back together. Put her on the mat. Let's see if there's some air bubbles coming. Yep, it's wicking. There we go. Air bubbles coming up. No problems with 25 watts, 1.6 ohms. Let's crank her up to 30 watts. That's 4.2 volt. So that would be like a mechanical mod. Yep, so already the air bubble coming up. She's wicking okay. Yep, air bubbles are coming up. So next thing I'm going to test is refilling. So closing off all my air holes, taking out the top cap. Refilling it. Where's my bottle? There we go. Just as a normal. I'm going to fill her up to the top. close her off again. Now let's see those air holes. No gurgling there, no flooding, just my dirty fingers. So let's check if we have some leakage. I'm gonna blow into my device and let's see if there is some liquid coming out there. Yep, there you can see it. I hope you can see it. There's a drop, but it's not much. So maybe I just took away a little bit too much of the cotton. You can see that there is some leakage going on. So this device is, the airflow is great. It's just a refilling that you have the problem that it's not closing off completely, and you will flood the chamber. But she's wicking perfectly for this coil. But that's a challenge on this one. It really is a great RTA. I like the taste, the airflow on it is great. But let's see you on top and see how she vapes. Here we go. The Bellus. Yeah, you saw the problems I had with the wicking. It's just, the wicking is okay, but the refilling, it gives me some leakage, some flooding of the chamber. But if you take some vapor towels like I do, some paper, take it with you when you refill it, it's okay. You just have to play with the amount of cotton that you put in the liquid channels. If you get a lot of flooding, that means you have not enough cotton into the channels. If you have a wicking problem, that means you have too much cotton into the channels. So that's the challenge on the Bellus, to get it in balance. But that's the only bad thing about this. The vapor production, of course, it's depending on the coil and on the mod or the mechanical mod you are using, the voltage of the battery if you are using mechanical. But the taste on this one, believe me, it's perfect. A lot of vapor coming off. So, resume, the Bellus of UD Technologies, it's a great RTA. If you are into recoiling and doing that stuff, this one is perfect. The flavor on it is absolutely amazing. So, final words, the Bellus from UD Technology, a great RTA. You have to find a balance for your amount of cotton into the channels, and if someone has a better idea how to do that, just write it down here or send me a mail or whatever. But thumbs up for this one. I love vaping this one. Good. See you next time.